The Children of Kibera Foundation is a charitable and educational foundation working to create opportunities for underprivileged children living in Nairobi's largest slum, Kibera. Kibera has an estimated population of over 1 million people. That's like the entire population of Washington, D.C., cramped into the size of the Washington Mall or New York's Central Park. The problems faced by Kibera's inhabitants are intense and interconnected. Amongst these are high levels of unemployment, low-quality housing, lack of health care, hunger, domestic violence, and drug abuse. People here live in shacks of corrugated metal with no running water and little, if any, electricity. In addition, more than half of the families here have been invaded by AIDS.
The life in Kibera, actually it's very difficult. Like me now, I'm jobless. So we found ourselves, we can't live in a situation that people need to live. Yeah, we find it very difficult.
They've not accepted AIDS, as a disease. They've not accepted it. Majority of them do hide. You see, they do hide. They don't accept it.
There are a lot of people suffering here, but they can't say. They don't want to come out to talk. They just suffer and then die.
People in my age are dying, and the smaller one leaving those kids behind. What do you think is going to happen? After my death, there's nobody who will be ready to take care of all these children. So they will start just walking around like the chokoros. I sometimes even cry when I think of that. But there's nothing you can do as a human being. Just pray God every day to take care of them.
The solutions to these problems are not simple, but we believe the long-lasting and sustainable change will come through the care for and the education of the children of Kibera. Thus, the Children of Kibera Foundation was formed. Ken Okoth, a visiting professor at Georgetown University City School of Foreign Service and a history teacher at the Potomac School, started the Children of Kibera Foundation. One of 6 children, Ken was raised by his mother in the Kibera slums. His mother's focus on education, with the support of few dedicated teachers and community members, led to the scholarships to the Starehe Boys Center, a boys' boarding prep school in Kenya, and eventually to the United States. Now Ken and a group of dedicated volunteers are enabling other children to realize their dreams of education and better life. The Children of Kibera Foundation is run by volunteers and a board of trustees who devote their time to developing strategies, raising awareness, and gathering financial and in-kind resources to support the children of Kibera. The foundation, which has supported the education of more than 100 of Kibera's orphans and poor children in primary and secondary schools, is a federal 501c3 tax-exempt charity based in Washington, D.C. To help raise funds and awareness, Ken Okoth takes groups of volunteers to visit and help out at Red Rose School and other schools in Kibera. The volunteers bring much-needed school supplies such as books, t-shirts, school uniforms, pencils, crayons, toys, computers, and other resources to help the children and teachers in their learning. Ken Okoth and his friends volunteer their time to build classrooms, paint walls, repair furniture, install computers, and tutor the children in the schools. In 2008, the Children of Kibera Foundation established the first computer lab of its kind with broadband internet access at the Red Rose School. Many of these volunteers leave Kibera very impressed with the maturity, curiosity, and seemingly constant happiness of the children despite their desperate circumstances in which they live. Here, one of the classes is reciting a poem about AIDS, which is a widespread epidemic in Kenya. To create more awareness about AIDS, children learn poems and songs to teach them what a threat it poses.
I grew up here in Kibera.
As a child growing up in Kibera, Ken Okoth attended the Olympic Primary School. It's a public school attended by 2,500 students in a facility designed for 1,100 students. Although the government funds this school, there are budgetary shortfalls which result in a teacher-student ratio of 77:1. There are still 20,000 students in Kibera who cannot afford to attend a public school. This is why schools like Red Rose, which are not funded by the government, are very important. At the end of elementary, an 8th grade examination determines whether or not students can attend high school. Even if they pass the exam, the cost of high school is more than most families of Kibera can afford. Because there are few jobs, young women sometimes turn to prostitution to pay the tuition to high school or later to college. As the First Lady, Mrs. Lucy Kabaki, said at the opening of the Starehe Girls Center, study after study has today revealed that there is no instrument for socio-economic development that is more effective than the education of girls and women. Currently, 2/3 of the world's illiterate people are women, while 70% of the people living below the poverty line are women. To break this cycle of subordination and bring up new generations of empowered women, it is necessary that we concentrate efforts in ensuring that girls receive education. To this end, in addition to young men, the Children of Kibera Foundation is further committed to funding outstanding women students who wish to attend high school but whose families cannot afford the tuition. It costs $250 to support one child at the Red Rose School for a year. This includes 2 meals each school day, uniforms, books, and tuition. It costs about $1,000 to sponsor a child at Starehe Girls Center and other boarding schools. All sponsor-level donors can expect to receive a quarterly newsletter updating them on the children of the Red Rose and the High School Hopefuls program. We highlight specific children over time, share their stories, and in that way keep the donors connected with the children. We commit ourselves not to just sheer numbers of the children each year, but to depth of commitment. We offer stability and consistency to the many children we are helping. For more information about the extraordinary children of Kibera and how you can support their education through the Children of Kibera Foundation, please visit our website at www.childrenofkibera.org or email us at contact@childrenofkibera.org.